Youth, we don't always get the mic and we don't always get the opportunity to actually speak for ourselves. So in this box, I kind of showed it as a youth, as a young mujer, we have power. The paper, the objects, even working with this box, it just, everything in my mind made sense to me.
It felt relaxing and good because I don't really get to do this as often. It made me want to do this more.
This kind of let me tell a story that has real meaning to it. Have your mind freely roam around.
At my school, we don't have art classes. It makes me kind of sad because I'm always just focused on doing my homework, reading books. I don't really get time to just chill and be creative.
Just by looking at their boxes, I can see a lot of really prevalent characteristics and that jump out at you, and I thought that was cool.
I'm a very poetic person. I really like to write poetry. The poem's basically about love and how we portray it and how it's seen in our community. This right here, I'm not sure where I was going with it. It was kind of like a little medicine box, and inside it said happy. It was just a bunch of happy pills. Now in this time, me being a teenager, it's kind of hard to find self-love. So we rely on things that are not very healthy instead of trying to find something that's in a little box, expand your horizons. Here we have a Know Your Rights little card because I'm also an organizer. Here on the top, it says Dubs because I'm very rooted into Oakland and I was grown in the Dubs, which is in the 20s. And so that's kind of how I've always represented myself as Dubs. A little something of me in a little box.
Back in the dinosaur time, the dinosaurs were able to roam freely wherever they wanted to, without having any struggle, going wherever they pleased. But if you would bring ICE members or anybody who believes that people should stay in their own countries, they would try to separate everything like they're doing now, which is a real struggle for everyone. Just because people are trying to survive and in their countries they're struggling, ICE people just represent a huge barrier to anybody who's trying to live a better life.
I just started choosing stuff because I thought it looked nice. So it was more visually, I wanted it to look nice. I chose this photo of my aunt and I chose that because she goes to UC Berkeley and she's the first in our family to go to college and to stay in college. So I really look up to her.
The way I did my box was kind of in a way that you can move it around, cover it, and then unveil it. There's layers to a person that you don't necessarily know, and these are just the ones that you can see. And inside my box, I have different layers of what I considered myself. If I were to think of an animal that represents myself, I'm a lion. I also put flowers here because after every situation, after everything you go through, there's always time to bloom once again. A wolf is just looking back and acknowledging your history, your family history, your ancestors and everything, their stories. So it's always a reminder to never forget where you come from. And despite everything it's going on around you or what's happening, you can always just go back and close. I have a nature theme going on with my box. I wanted to focus on El Salvador and Oakland because that's where I'm from. I have 10 yuan in here that I brought from my house because I like to travel and that's when I went to China. I also have a little Know Your Rights card because I really want to help my community.
My name is Claudia Yulisa Suarez, and this is my box. This is my older son and daughter. They big already. And this is my youngest daughter, Sochi. Ulises, little Claudia. And I love flowers, animals. I love giraffe, that's why I live here. I love chicken. And this is my friend Anna, that's why I live here. And the gorilla means my husband. That's a joke.